What's up, everyone? Back for another beer review, and today is Wednesday, which of course means it's time for another West New York Wednesday here on the channel. And the beer I'm reviewing today, once again, comes from the Big Ditch Brewing Company, and they're out of Buffalo, New York, and this is their Slayburner. So they're calling this one Hayburner with a blood oranges, and Hayburner is their flagship IPA. So this is an IPA that is brewed with blood oranges. It comes in at 7.2% alcohol by volume, 20 IBUs at the time of review. And this can is just over 1 month old. So we have a variant here of Hayburner. They just brewed Hayburner with a bunch of blood oranges, and they have a little spiel here on the back. It says, "'Cause this is burner night." It says, "If you crack this can when the moon is out, this special Hayburner will make you shout. The greatest smell is in the air, the hops from 40,000 beers. With blood oranges added from many trees, this Slayburner IPA will surely impress thee." All right, so little spiel there. But anyway, let's crack this one open. I love blood oranges, and Hayburner is it is the flagship beer of Buffalo, New York at this point. You can find it everywhere, gas stations, grocery stores, on tap at all different restaurants. And the beauty about Hayburner is it's typically like a $10.99 a six-pack of 12-ounce cans that's 7.2%. It's a great value, and that's what I think. That's what I think Hayburner is in general. It's a great value and like one of the best shelfy IPAs that I can personally purchase. Anyway, that is super hazy. I mean, Hayburner has a haze to it, but that's a little bit more hazy than I'm accustomed to. And it has a darker color, so I think that's where the blood oranges are coming in, obviously. Very murky turbid, has this deep, dark, like orange color, right? Maybe slight tinges of red, probably not on camera. About a finger of an off-white, soap sudsy looking head, but yeah, looks like a hazy IPA of some sort, but this one has blood oranges. So I'm not really getting like a huge blood orange influence, but there's definitely citrus here. Yeah, there's a lot of sweet orange, sweet tangerine, dare I say tangelo. Yeah, I'd say orange, tangerine, citrus in general, grapefruit's there. But I give like a pop of like a peach or a mango. Smells very juicy, but not like super sweet, so it doesn't have that candy feel to it. It just has a real juicy, kind of authentic fruit feel. It's probably coming from the blood oranges, although I'm not getting a distinct blood orange, right? So a little bit of like a dankness here as well. A little bit of a floral kind of sensation. Also like a slight bubblegum. Shout out to, I think that's going to be a fire truck, but so if you hear the siren, I apologize. Anyway, it smells pretty good, but here's the thing. Doesn't smell necessarily like there's actual blood oranges in this. Anyway, let's get into it. Cheers, everybody. Oh, yeah. There's definitely 100% real oranges in here. There's like a tart kind of acidic kick. That's nice. Here's the thing, I'll say it right off the rip. I love blood oranges. And I thought it was going to work a little bit differently here. Maybe I should have thought that. But I still think the base Hayburner I enjoy more. But it's still really nice. But I think it's just like straight up medium body, 7.2%. I'm fine with it. The mouthfeel has a decent carbonation to it, but it still has enough of like a smooth kind of feeling on the finish. Yeah, it has a smooth, almost slight creaminess on the back of the palate. The taste, though, and take that first sip, and it like right away, it's like, okay, this is a nice, hazy IPA, New England IPA. They call Hayburner American IPA. It's more in like the hazy realm. I don't think it's like straight on New England style, but kind of in that realm where it's just a little bit more juicy and fruit forward. But right after you get that blast of like the generic IPA kind of character, man, there's this tart, acidic blood orange feel, because that's what it is. But I would say orange or tangerine or something in that realm. It has a citrus kind of tart acidity. So that's omnipresent. That's underneath my palate, all over the place. It's tart, it's acidic. It's not like overly tart and acidic. It's noticeable. It's like you definitely know there's some kind of fruit juice in here, right? But the characters really match up with the nose. Again, outside of that authentic orange, I'm getting like, again, more of a tangelo, like a tangerine hybrid or tangerine grapefruit hybrid. There's a little bit of like I guess this would make me think also lemon lime with that like tart acidic vibe. And then as it passes through, there is a peach mango kind of feeling to it, a little bit of a stone fruit. The tartness and acidity, my palate has kind of become acclimated to some point with it. So each sip after the original, subsequently, I want this to kind of like mellow out, and it has. And I'm getting more of the IPA base, but I still, every single sip, get a little kick of that blood orange, so it's cool. It finishes with a floral, kind of dank feeling to it. This is semi to full on dry with a mild to moderate bitterness. I am getting a little bit of like heartburn already. A little touch of acid reflux, like gurgling in there, ready to go. I think they've done a great job with what they were going for here. I don't think for me, though, it personally matches up as much as I was hoping was going to be in my mind, right? Like I was like, ooh, I love blood oranges and I like Hayburner. It's going to be great. I think the combination is kind of weird. It works to some degree for me, but not as well as I hoped. One last sip. Yeah, 7.2% hides it extremely well. Can't really tell. Yeah, it's Hayburner with blood oranges. You take their base Hayburner, which again was a huge citrus blast for me. Peach, mango, apricot, kind of like stone fruit vibes. And you mix it with this blood orange, and this is exactly what it probably should be. I don't know why I thought it was going to be something different, but I will say this. I enjoy this. I like regular Hayburner because it's more drinkable. I think that tart acidic kind of thing is going to, by the end of this can, I'm going to be like, yeah, I'm done. I have a little bit of acid reflux, some heartburn, but I can't say they did a bad job with it. So I am going to give Slayburner from Big Ditch no problems giving this beer a high 4 to 5. We'll go 4.1. I think I give Hayburner typically, depending on the batch, depending on how I'm feeling, depending on a lot of factors, I give Hayburner anywhere from like a 4 to a 4.25. It all depends. I've had some batches that are phenomenal and others that are just like, all right, it's all right. So I like this better than some batches of Hayburner, but when Hayburner is hitting, it's definitely better than this beer. Price and availability. I paid $5 for that can. I think they were $20 a 4-pack where I bought it. I don't know if they were a little bit cheaper from the brewery itself, but if this is anywhere between $16 to $20 a 4-pack, that's fine. I mean, it's a 7.2% IPA. They're brewing with blood oranges, and they're using quite a bit based on what I'm tasting here. So I can't say $5 a can is too expensive. So, you know, $20 a 4-pack, and availability, Big Dish. I think you can order online throughout New York State right from their website. But they don't get all over New York State. They only get like pretty much upstate and some surrounding areas of like New York City. But at some point you'll probably see Big Ditch, whether it's in 2023 or maybe 2024. You'll probably see them all over New York State and probably in neighboring states like Pennsylvania, for example, maybe Ohio, maybe down to New Jersey, and so on and so forth. So really like this one. Another good beer from Big Ditch. I always say they're one of the most consistent, if not the most consistent brewery in Buffalo, and this is another example. I don't think this is going to be for everyone. If you don't like blood oranges, you probably don't pick this one up, but I also think that tart acidity might be a bit too much, especially if you're an IPA drinker that doesn't like fruited sours, if you're just strictly IPAs. I think that might be a bit much for you. For me, I think they did a pretty good job with it. I don't know what I was expecting. I was just expecting a little bit more, but it's still a good beer. It's a 4.1 out of 5. So if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. And next week for West New York Wednesday, we have from Genesee, we have their Brewer Series Imperial Stout. They just released it within the past month or so, and I want to give it a go. And yeah, can't wait. So anyway, appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on Beer Patrol. Till the next one, cheers.